Hello, everybody. Your boy Domino 7 here. Okay, so tomorrow, what right now is August 28, 2025, and tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So I want to start off by saying that I ain't know nothing about Hurricane Betsy until my mom told me about it during Hurricane Katrina. You know, so I mean, I don't know if this was kind of compared to Hurricane Betsy, Hurricane Camille, and hurricanes like that. Okay, so I must say, y'all. I mean, well, this video is not going on TikTok. You know, this video is going on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Okay, so I mean, yeah, in that storm and stuff like that, I was worried about everybody, but but anyway, even worried about my worst enemies. You know, wondering if they was surviving this. So as I was saying, y'all, nobody wants to go to do stuff like this. I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy. You know. Well, my story is I was in the St. Bernard Project by my grandmother. You know, and we was across the street from my church, the Asia Baptist Church, and I kept saying that church ain't gonna be destroyed. I kept saying, but I was wrong. The church was destroyed. But not destroyed as in demolished or imploded or whatever. So so anyway, I'll show y'all a piece that was missing, but it was knocked off the wall. A plaque, whatever you want to call that. I'll show y'all whenever I go to my church, and I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, I'm gonna post it on Facebook and Instagram as well. Okay. So I was on the project watching the water rise and stuff like that. Hmm. So I mean, by me looking at my church and seeing my church almost covered with water, but I don't recall how high it was. Hmm. So yeah, I was worried about everybody. Even some of the people that I forgot. You know, and you know what? My life flashed before my eyes. My life was flashing before my eyes. I was thinking about this girl, thinking about that girl, and not only thinking about women, I was also thinking about the time when I was a kid. How my mama you used to get us get our birthday parties and stuff like that. And that time uh, when me and my cousins used to play this, that, and other. Football, baseball, stuff like that. Well, pretendly, race around a building, missing the days playing in the pool in the St. Bernard Project. Yeah, those were the days. I had flashbacks of me moving out of the St. Bernard, moving to the Mirabel Apartments, but it's called the Fillmore Apartments now. They changed the name of the Fillmore Apartments in 1996. So I really wanted to see what it looked like, you know. But unfortunately, the apartments was demolished. Mirabel 2, Mirabel 1. Well, actually, Mirabel 2 became just the Mirabel Apartments. And over there became the Fillmore Apartments. Yeah. So I was crying. I said, God, please spare my life. God, please spare my life. I'll do better. But guess what? I'm doing better now. I may have done some of the same things I've done before Katrina, but I've changed somewhat, you know. Hey, you know what? I thought about a lot of people, especially Marion Fields. I had to mention her name. So even though I stopped being her friend and all that, and didn't want nothing to do with her, but I started thinking about her. Deonka Starks, T, A.K. Terry Lynn. Mm, well, those are my regrets of thinking about them, you know. And you know what? The only friend number I had was this girl Akivia, Terry Lynn's cousin. Mm. I started in contact with her until 2005 after I left Dallas, and then I stopped talking to her. Never wanted to talk to her again. You know. So my experience with Hurricane Katrina, the water was rising. I was scared out of my boots. I'm like, God, get me out of this. And my auntie Lily Mae, I was wondering how she was doing. I forgot she passed away in 2003, and that's 2 years before Katrina, and I was still in high school. You know, so I kind of wonder how some of you made out. You know, but I want to know how would y'all people was supposed to know that them levees was gonna breach? How y'all was supposed to know that? How was I supposed to know that? You know, so I I thought the levees was strong enough, but the stupid thing about it is, I thought lightning struck the levee and it broke. That's what I thought. I wasn't thinking straight, to be honest with everybody. I'm like, where the hell all this water coming from? That's all I was wondering. So luckily, I had a family member that lived on the third floor, but it's like we were stranded on a damn island, and I seen a lot of debris. A door was floating. I'm like, where the hell that door came from? You know. And then looking at this, looking at that. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to keep it real. I did have Radisha on my mind, her too. You know, so many people. That I've known and didn't know and all that. Wondering how they was doing. Looking at the project going down and stuff like that. I was so happy to look at my house, but I had a feeling something happened at my house. I'm like, Lord, please don't tell me my house been destroyed. I have all my music CDs and my video games over there. Personal property and video games. At least I was able to save some of my video games, my Nintendo 64. Super Mario, Donkey Kong, and stuff like that. I saved all my music CDs, thank God. Luckily I was able to, and my DVDs, cartoon DVDs. Like Popeye, Woody Woodpecker, stuff like that. So I must say, how did y'all survive Hurricane Katrina? So I mean, my mom was a kid when Hurricane Betsy hit. You know, yeah, I learned about Hurricane Betsy during Katrina. You know, so I wonder how y'all was when Hurricane Katrina hit. I was scared out of my damn boots. Wound up on that bridge. We only spent one night on the bridge. So I was hoping and praying that luckily we didn't spend 2 whole nights on that damn bridge. It was hot and everything. Wind up in Metairie somewhere. I, excuse me. I thought it was Baton Rouge. I was wrong. I thought it was Baton Rouge. We could have went in one of the hotels in Metairie somewhere, unless it was packed. Or somewhere in Kenner, unless they was packed or wasn't open or something like that. You know, thought about a lot of people. Yeah. So, especially people I didn't know, people stranded on the rooftops and stuff like that. Well, I didn't see people stuck on the rooftop. You know, but thank God I ain't see no dead bodies or nothing like that. But I didn't see it. I ain't see that. I ain't see a dead body nowhere. Luckily, I didn't because I wouldn't know how I would have took it if I would have seen a damn corpse. You know. So all I'm saying is, anybody that survived Hurricane Katrina, thank God that you did. Because some of you that survived Hurricane Katrina, y'all are blessed. Not only lucky, y'all were blessed. I was lucky and blessed too. I'm still here because if I would have drowned in Hurricane Katrina, in the flooded waters and stuff like that, if I would have died that time, I wouldn't be on your computer screen or televisions right now. I wouldn't even be on YouTube right now if I was if if I wouldn't have died. But I want to tell y'all something. My friend Dwayne, I was really concerned in him and his family. His grandmother, his mom, and his brother, all of them, especially Dwayne. I mean Randy. I was very concerned. But anyway, he told me he caught the bus by his friend Rudy. And guess what? Nobody got off the bus. He was standing up on the bus, rung the bell, got off on Saint Bernard, and had met his friend on Bruxelles. Luckily, they didn't leave, and he probably would have been stranded. And I was wondering where my friend Dwayne was. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I hope he didn't drown in these murky waters. But thank God he survived. Life would have been bad without him too. Who else I want to talk about? Yeah, lots more people. Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all where I've been else on another day, okay? Or tomorrow, whatever, okay? All right. Thank y'all for watching, okay?